Vietnam's historic F-16 deal signals strategic pivot in regional security. In a move that transcends mere military procurement, Vietnam has executed a historic shift in its strategic calculus. The signing of an agreement to acquire F-16 fighter jets from the United States marks not just a technical upgrade, but a pivotal moment in Vietnam's foreign and defense policy. After years of cautiously balancing relations with global powers, this deal positions Vietnam not merely as a recipient of advanced weaponry, but as an active player in shaping the Indo-Pacific security architecture. Amid escalating U.S.-Vietnam trade tensions and intensifying geopolitical rivalries in the South China Sea, the F-16 acquisition is more than a statement of military capability. It is a clear signal that Hanoi is ready to redefine its role in Southeast Asia's security framework. On today's program, WorldView Today explores why the F-16 is not just a fighter jet, but a symbol of Vietnam's emerging doctrine of strategic autonomy, smart deterrence, and agile diplomacy between global powers. On April 19, 2025, the international community was jolted by a bombshell report from Fortify. Vietnam had finalized a deal to purchase F-16 jets, the iconic mainstay of U.S. Air Forces for decades. What appeared to be a routine arms contract revealed itself as a masterful three-layered strategic maneuver by Hanoi. First, with the administration of President Donald Trump imposing tariffs as high as 46% on Vietnamese goods, Hanoi deployed the F-16 deal as a counterstroke, transforming trade tensions into a lever for broader strategic negotiations. Second, as the South China Sea simmers with competing claims, the F-16's arrival serves as both a defensive upgrade and a pointed warning to actors seeking to dominate these contested waters. Finally, the deal subtly repositions Vietnam in the U.S. China great power rivalry, aligning it closer to Western military systems while preserving its hallmark foreign policy independence. The F-16, known as the Fighting Falcon, is a global symbol of modern warfare. With over 4,600 units produced and deployed in more than 25 countries, it has seen action from the volatile Middle East to Europe's battle-scarred skies. Now it is set to soar over Vietnam. Compared to Vietnam's current air force, dominated by Russian-made Su-22s and Su-30 Mk2s, the F-16 represents a technological leap. While the Su-30 boasts raw power, it lacks cutting-edge features like AESA radar, fly-by-wire controls, and seamless integration into digitized battle networks. The F-16, by contrast, excels not only in combat, but in real-time data sharing with drones, satellites, and command systems, an invisible yet critical advantage in modern warfare. Moreover, the F-16's operational flexibility is ideally suited to Vietnam's geography. Capable of operating from standard runways across the country, from Can Tho to Phu Quoc, Cam Ranh to Da Nang, it can navigate Vietnam's diverse terrain and climate. With key air bases positioned near the South China Sea, where tensions are escalating, the F-16's rapid deployment and ease of maintenance offer a vital edge. Yet the true potency of the F-16 lies in its strategic deterrence. Without firing a shot, its presence forces adversaries to recalculate the costs and consequences of aggression. This psychological gambit strengthens Hanoi's hand, signaling that Vietnam is no longer a weak link in Southeast Asia's security chain. The F-16 deal is not mere posturing. It is a resolute commitment to safeguarding core national interests. Beyond hardware, the acquisition integrates Vietnam into a broader regional defense network. It opens doors to multilateral air exercises, ISR, intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance, data sharing, and potentially advanced systems like HIMARS, stealth detection radars, or mid-range missile defenses. This marks a tangible shift from theoretical deterrence to a proactive stance, aimed at securing sovereignty through strategic initiative. Strategic deployment. A three-tier defense network. Vietnam's F-16s will form the backbone of a three-tier, nationwide defense grid, with each region serving as a defensive spearhead. In the north, bases at Noi Bai and Gia Lam, gateways to the capital, will act as vigilant sentinels along the northern border. From here, F-16s can scramble in minutes to counter incursions from areas like Langsan or Quang Ninh, their ESA radars locking onto stealth missiles or drones before they cross the frontier. In central Vietnam, the air bases of Da Nang, Chu Lai, and Phuket form the spine of South China Sea defenses. Da Nang, in particular, is a strategic lance pointed at contested waters. Should illegal activities arise near the Paracel or Spratly Islands, F-16s can be on station in minutes, ready to respond with precision speed and firepower. In the south, Phu Quoc and Kien Tho are critical flashpoints. Phu Quoc, a strategic island near Vietnam's southwestern exclusive economic zone, serves as a watchtower over vital shipping lanes and offshore platforms. Kien Tho, with its robust infrastructure, is poised to become a logistics and refueling hub for southern operations. This is not mere tactics. It is a declaration that Vietnam is prepared to defend every inch of its territory, from north to south, leaving no vulnerability unaddressed. A2AD strategy. Deterrence through sophistication. Vietnam is steadily building a sophisticated coastal defense network under its anti-access area denial A2AD strategy, with the F-16 as its aerial linchpin. Picture a scenario. Coastal radars detect a group of Chinese survey vessels and militia boats encroaching on Vietnam's exclusive economic zone. Within minutes, F-16s from Cam Ranh are airborne, circling at high altitude and monitoring the situation from over 300 kilometers away. From the sky, the F-16s identify priority targets, supply ships or landing craft, while carrying AGM-84 Harpoon anti-ship missiles and medium-range air-to-air missiles. Without firing, they can establish a temporary no-fly zone, compelling adversaries to retreat. This is soft deterrence with hard resolve, underscoring Vietnam's unyielding commitment to sovereignty. In escalated scenarios, F-16s can execute suppression of enemy air defenses, GSACAD, coordinating with kamikaze drones and electronic warfare units to neutralize enemy radar and secure battlefield dominance for Vietnam's Navy and Air Force. Economic and diplomatic ripples. The F-16 deal, valued at $1.2 to $1.5 billion for 12 to 18 jets, balloons to over $2 billion when factoring in missiles, radars, training, and maintenance. This is among the largest defense contracts in Vietnam's modern history. Timed strategically amid U.S. tariffs on Vietnamese exports, the deal positions Hanoi as a partner, sharing the burden of U.S. defense industrial investment. This soft leverage could ease trade pressures while securing access to critical technology transfers. For the U.S., the contract is a political and economic win, generating jobs at Lockheed Martin's facilities and bolstering President Trump's domestic standing. Vietnam's financial flexibility, through leasing, defense credits, or phased payments, ensures the deal's feasibility. Diplomatically, the F-16 acquisition sends ripples across ASEAN. Nations like the Philippines, Thailand, and Indonesia are watching closely. If Vietnam can align with the U.S. while maintaining autonomy, it could pioneer a model of selective self-reliance, cooperating strategically without sacrificing sovereignty. This may lay the groundwork for a semi-formal regional security network, sharing ISR and enhancing collective defense. Balancing powers, a dual strategy. In a surprising twist, Vietnam has simultaneously opened its civilian aviation market to China's COMAC, allowing its affordable, short-haul aircraft to compete domestically. This is a calculated balancing act. The F-16 signals defense alignment with the U.S., while COMAC's entry keeps China engaged economically. However, Hanoi must tread carefully to avoid technological dependence on Beijing, ensuring COMAC's role remains commercial, not strategic. A new strategic doctrine, the F-16, is not just a weapon. It is the cornerstone of a uniquely Vietnamese strategic model. By acquiring a mainstay U.S. platform, Vietnam signals trust in Washington while using the deal to negotiate trade and technology concessions.